Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to some Age of Empires 3, and we've got a good game for you guys today, because this right here is Revnak, rank number 1 on the leaderboard at the minute, and he's been there for quite a while. We see kicking the game off here with a pause, kind of classic Revnak right here. There we go, I'm pausing the game right there. But yeah, this is Revnak. Doesn't have Revnak as his name. He's got Melkor, his goat. So, I don't know whether this... I think this might be a Smurf account. If not, it's just a renamed main account. But either way, this is Revnak, and he is going to be playing as the Portuguese today. And we are on Arabia here, which is... Honestly, I like this map. I think it's one of my favorite maps. I feel like in all Age of Empire games, you can't really go wrong with Arabia. You know, Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 3, and Age of Empires 4, they've all got Arabia, and I think they're all the fan favorites. I mean, Arabia isn't the fan favorite in Age of Empires 3, but I think it's still a solid map. Maybe like Great Plains or Dakota is a fan favorite for Age of Empires 3. Let me know in the comments what your favorite map is in Age of Empires 3. I'd be quite interested to know, because I know there are some funky maps out there. Like, personally, my favorite map is a map called Survival. It's basically where there's nothing on the map, formerly known as Settler Massacre. I'm sure some of you have heard of that before. Basically, nothing spawns on the map. Maybe I should make a video about that. It's quite an interesting one. But anyway, back to the game here. We've got Revnak. Oh, we can't actually see the... Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's going to be sending through Hussars first, which means your town centers now slowly trickle all resources. So sending that one through first, usually what we see here with the Portuguese, so nothing out of the ordinary. But we do have a 10-10 coming through from him, and a very, very strong strategy here, especially when you have a trading post right off the bat right here. Really, really strong stuff right here. And we haven't actually introduced the opponent yet today. We have got Pyro over here spawning in the blue, playing as the Spanish. And having a look at his deck right here, have a look at this. We have got Hacienda Enjoyer. What a deck name. We know what he's going to be going for with the 2 Hacienda wagons in Age 3 here, costing 200 wood. Honestly, really, really nice card here for the Spanish. So we'll have to see what his game plan is here. He's got the Ford in deck, so could always be looking to go for a bit of a big boom with maybe multiple town centers. We're gonna have to wait and see. But for now, going 3 vills into capitalism, so probably going to be going for a bit of an FF strategy here. Usually what we see with capitalism, because it gives you that gold in combination with the age up to be able to just age by sending 700 coin. But we'll have to wait and see what he looks to go with. It is going to be the governor, so yeah, that is going to be the outpost and 200 coin right there. On the other hand, Revnak, he's been aging up for quite a while, going up with the Philosopher's Prince. And obviously he's been able to age up a lot quicker because of this 10-10. Which means he can get that age up through really quickly, and able to get that town center out, the second one from the age up. So I have a feeling he's going to be going forward with this. It's usually what we see with this sort of strategy, mainly because you're doing the 10-10 to get some good tempo. And with that tempo, you can go for a forward town center, maybe somewhere over here by this gold mine, probably a decent spot. You're going to be able to get a lot of... you're basically giving yourself a little bit of extra time and sacrificing a little bit of eco for it. But the thing is, with the Portuguese as well, you're not really sacrificing that much eco, because you're going to be able to get the TC up much faster. Therefore, you're making vills faster, etc, etc. So it builds on itself. But the age up did deliver him that food, so plenty of food here for Revnak. We see sending through that 700 coin as well, so going to have plenty of resources here to be able to get himself to age 3. Having to still mine a little bit of gold here. That TC going to be going up here on the gold, like we were suspecting. Pirate, on the other hand, he's just reaching that second age now. Plenty of vills in a queue behind this, and there it is, the tower popping out. I mean, could you think about placing the tower like here? Probably not. I feel like that could be an interesting strategy though, right? You kind of deny away all resource gathering from any vills that pop out this TC. Maybe you could run away with them But I think that may be a good call. But then again, you may just be wasting the outpost. So I'm not entirely sure there. But outpost is going to be built next to this trading post here. Town center is going to get completed here for Revnak. 2 seconds left on that one. We do actually see there, Pyro managed to burn quite a little bit of health off of that. We see there the TC producing plenty of resources there. That's pretty decent, you know. That's like a vill and a half right there on the TC, and you got another one here, so you got like 3 vills right there from that Fitoras. And the thing is, we've got Age 3 coming through as well now, so, and it's going to be the Exile Prince. So going with the super fast age up here to get out the 3rd TC, and we see he's got the shipment, the economic shipment point on this 2nd TC. So he's going to be going for a double forward town center right here. Very, very interesting stuff. We see Pyro, on the other hand, going to be going... he's actually just chopped and or mined and gathered food for the age up. Didn't send through 600 or 700 coin, going with the 700 wood instead. Very, very interesting build. We see the age ups coming through from going up with the bishop, so I believe that is the 2nd town center. So he's trying to keep up with the town centers that Revnak's got out. We see Revnak here, absolute madman, sending through the 5 dragoons as his first card here in age 3. Bit of an interesting choice, not going with organ guns or you know, Cassadors, going with the dragoons, which is a bit of an interesting choice, to be honest. But I guess you get some good mobility, right? You're going to be able to pick off any sort of vills like this. So dragoons, there we go, pop out. 3rd TC about to be up. Revnak's economy is going to be through the roof soon, as we have got the equivalent of, what's about 5.5 villagers now worth on the TC, and then he was also going to be triple producing out of these. We see here Dragoon's going to be running through that TC, going to be picking up some experience here. Pyro going to be losing his Explorer, but Dragoon may get taken out for it though. Villager hops inside the TC just in time. Nice micro there by Pyro, perfectly played. Does lose the Explorer, not the end of the world, it's in the base here. It was low on HP anyway, and Revnak loses a Dragoon for it and some health on this 2nd one. So honestly, not the end of the world. I think he can afford that. Dragoon's going to be running in once again. Very, very greedy here, Revnak. Losing, going to be 2 Dragoons now for that. Definitely feels rough for what is only a little bit of damage onto some builds here and an Explorer kill. We see, though, Revnak going to be sending through 1,000 wood right now. So, not going too heavy on the pressure right now. Could have gone for possibly, you know, fast organ guns here. But Pyro going to be placing that 2nd TC very, very condensed here. Not expanding himself out too far. Usually we would see like placements over here. But if you do that in this position, we see here, Revnak's got great map control right now. It's definitely worth building the TC in bases. We got a 3rd TC coming down from Pyro here. Have a look at this. Triple TC boom coming through, trying to match up Revnak here. As we do see Revnak already ahead when it comes to that villager count by quite a significant amount. He's up by 3. And does Pyro have... He doesn't actually have Spanish gold in deck, which is a bit of an interesting one right there. No Spanish gold. Not the end of the world, but... Fort has been sent through as his first card, so he's going very, very defensive right here, and I think we're going to be seeing the Hacienda boom coming through soon, as the deck does suggest. He is a Hacienda enjoyer, floating a lot of food, a lot of gold, a bit of everything, to be honest, at the minute. He's going to need that food for the villagers here, as that TC is about to get completed, and there it is, yeah, 2 Hacienda wagons. And you can also train soldados from the Haciendas as well, which is pretty cool. But there we go. 3 organ guns now through from Revnak. Training up some more Dragoons behind this as well. Barracks also up. Training up some Cassadors. So, Revnak's in a very, very good spot right now. Obviously, Pyro is playing very defensive here, so it's going to be tricky for Revnak to deal with this. But, you know, he's happy to. He's on 3 TC. He's got Fedoras through. He is happy doing this. Just slowly pushing here. We see that the outpost is going to be going down. The TC, or the TP, sorry, going to be going down. Luckily for Pyro, he's got the fort up. Organ guns cannot outrange the fort. And the fort will take these organ guns down pretty quickly. As you can see here, even the outpost doing some decent damage right there. Revnak also going to be sending through 1k coin. So may possibly be looking towards an age 4 here. Have a look at this this macro. 35 on food. So it would make sense to do that. And have a look at this. We got 2 Haciendas through. So let's take a little look at the villager counts. Revnak sitting at 41 compared to the 35 here. And Marvelous Year going to be being sent through right there. Villagers going to be gathering super fast for the next 6 minutes. Have a look at that. 1.01 there on the food gather rate. We got some musketeers being trained up. We got the villagers being spammed out from the Haciendas right now. This... Oh, we do not want that. No, thank you. I wonder what that would happen if I did press yes. Okay, nothing. Good to know. So this is the way Pyro is going to be able to get that economic lead. We see producing out of 3 town centers. And Marvelous Year, I do believe, affects the TC as well. Settlers train and work significantly faster. So yeah, he is going to be able to catch up in vills extremely quickly, which is going to be really nice for him. Sending through the 2 falconets as well. And he is in a very good position to just sit here and boom. Haciendas have 20 slots for villagers to work. So, you know, that's 40 right here. Setting in between 3 TCs, a fort. You got musketeers defending as well. I mean, Pyro, he's kind of in a really hard shell right here that Revnak's going to find very tricky to push in age 3, which is exactly why he's going up with the Tycoon to age 4. So Pyro here, have a look at that. He is catching up. In fact, he's already overtaken by by 9 or now 10. So crazy stuff right there. At the rate at which the Hacienda boom plus the Marvelous Year on the villager production, the rate at which this all happens is crazy fast. We're 12 minutes into the game and we're already at 60 vills. This is going to be, you know, this is going to be max pop on the villagers very soon. Now, do we see a revolt coming out of the Spanish here? It's definitely a possibility, right? You need to go to age 4. And, I mean, age 4 into double factory, heavy cannons, maybe. I mean, the question is, do you have enough time to do that, though? I feel like that's kind of what he has to go for here. Because his time is going to be running out. Revnak, he's already age 4. He's sent through, well, he's sending through his first factory. And he is going to be looking to put on the pressure very soon. Because... well, you can't let Pyro do this for too long, because Pyro needs time. That is what this build comes down to. If he can buy himself enough time here with the defenses, with the fort, with the 3 TC, he is going to be in a great position. And having a look at... has he stopped production? Oh, no, he's carrying on. So, 75 bells. It is absolutely crazy. I think, honestly, his biggest issue right now is just getting things to gather from. The Hacienda is actually still having plenty of slots here. Lots of builds on the coin. Wanting to gather that coin as quickly as possible. Sending through the faster age up card as well. House of... I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but it basically means your age ups come through a lot faster. Or the next age up. So, age 4 going to be sending through really fast. As we see, going up with the engineer, which I believe is the 2 falconets, which is a very nice age up here. So 4 falconets with a load of musketeers. If he goes for the revolution now, he could have a really good timing. You got to remember, with these 77 vills right now, they're all being affected by the Marvelous Year. Look at the gather rate on this. Very nice gather rates on pretty much everything. And you've also got the faster villager production. We're up to almost 80 vills compared to only the 60 of Revnak. Honestly, pretty decent still. Pretty decent. There's definitely nothing to look down on. Especially when Revnak's got map control like this. We see classic Revnak walls coming up here. Pillarless walls across the whole map. Got a 4th TC down here as well. And a cheeky little vill up here. Have a look at that. We'll have to keep an eye on this guy over here. Because that could definitely cause some issues for Revnak if he doesn't spot it. But have a look at this. We have got 3 mortars out here. These are expensive units for Revnak. You know, these are... How much do they actually cost? 350 coin, 100 wood. That is a lot. And look at the nice micro here out of Pyro, taking out the organ guns. Two of them going down. All 4 falconets still on... Well, one of them, 2 of them going down, being taken out by the dragoons. Musketeers able to do a lot of damage, though. And now the falconets getting some crazy shots onto the Cazador. Cazador's losing a lot of their HP. All the falconets now go down, but honestly, I feel like Pyro is fine with this. He's bought himself so much time. They're taking out the organ guns. Now, the fort has gone down, and these the howitzers now, as they've been upgraded to H4, are able to do quite a bit of damage, but he's slowed Revnak down. He's not going to be able to push in under this without these TCs being taken out. And this is going to buy Pyro plenty of time here. We see heavy cannons coming through from both players right now. So heavy cannons coming through as well as some Huss. And we see here, have a look at the macro. That is going to be for the revolution. So it looks like he wants to try and get some Huss out first. Definitely makes sense here. Good composition with your revolution, having revolutionaries plus Huss. It's kind of like Musk Huss, basically, in combination with some heavy cannons. It's very, very nice. And there we go. The revolution coming through. It's going to be Chile coming out here with 85 villagers. Let's have a look at these guys. 200 HP, 24 ranged attack. And we've got Hussar of Death here. Look at the amount of HP these guys have. 480 HP. And these guys are going to be taking out the culverins right there, which means now the heavy cannons are going to be able to march themselves forward here. Huss going to be able to, or should be able to take out these howitzers. Unfortunately, the TC goes down. 2 TCs and Hacienda did go down, which is a little bit unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but you definitely want to try keep some of these buildings alive if you can. But this is an all-in here from Pyro, right? So not the end of the world. It's always nice to keep alive the Hacienda because you can get them, you know, making some units, maybe some vills. I believe you can set them to vills. Not entirely sure. Maybe you can't, because you can't train vills from the TC without sending through this card here. But anyway, back to the fight here. We got plenty of revolutionaries coming through, even more Huss. A couple more Hussar of Death being sent through. It looks like Pyro doesn't want to go too deep here. Just needs to let his heavy cannons do the work here. Take out the TC. We've got horse artillery out on the field. Needs to be careful. Heavy cannons do outrange, I believe, the horse artillery. So Pyro just needs to play it safe here. Push forward with the heavy cannons. Did Revnak send through? He did send through his 2 heavy cannons. I'm not sure where they ended up. Maybe they got taken out. Oh, but wait, look at this. Revolutionaries and musketeers coming up to the north side here and the south side. Look at this. Really annoying Revnak here, pushing him back. We see Revnak, he's down to 67 vills. But look at the damage that those heavy horse guns did now that they've been upgraded to H4. Lots of damage. Pyro just needs to bring forward these heavy cannons. Let them do the damage. We see Revnak's walls so damn annoying. He's trying to pick them off through the gate right here, but he's losing so many units. That is a huge amount of damage. And Pyro going to be sending through even more revolutionaries right there, keeping those heavy cannons alive. There we see taking out the heavy horse guns. Needs to get the second one. There it is, taking that one out. That's exactly what he needs. Did lose a lot of revolutionaries for that. But you've also got to remember, we've got another 11 over here, another 9 over here, a couple musketeers as well. His army is still pretty solid all around, and he's about to have another 16, I believe. Yeah, 16 revolutionaries from this infinite shipment. So I think he's still looking in a very, very good spot here. We see 4k up on score. Revnak may be looking in a little bit of trouble, but in the base, he's still got 2 factories, don't forget, despite being only at 49 vills now. Oh my goodness, he's lost a lot of vills. 49 vills. 4 is going to be going up. Pyro not targeting that one down. I feel like he may have been able to have done some good damage onto the fort, but probably would have just got repaired up anyway. But yeah, Revnak's got a decent position here. And you got to remember, this isn't all in here from Pyro. So if he can just kill the army, he pretty much wins. So, you know, he just needs to wait it out, keep the factories alive, maybe get them set to heavy cannons. Heavy cannons could be very, very nice here. Because you really do need to try and take out these heavy cannons, so even culverins would be nice to see here. Looks like Revnak's going to be sending through Eco Theory now. Do you really not have anything else to send that's better here? I guess not. Eco Theory is always a good one when you got lots of vills, but not something that we, you know, I mean, 50 vills. I mean, it's probably still worth it, but it always feels weird sending an age 1 card when you're in age 4, right? But honestly, Pyro looking pretty solid here. Have a look at this. Reinforcement mass coming in. How much is he up to here? 48. And then another 5 over here. 2 heavy cannons and then a load of Hussar of Death. I love the name on these, by the way. Such a cool name. Oh, ooh, have a look at this. Okay, we've just had this card being sent through, which means you can now start making villagers again, which are now called citizens, and they cost 70 gold. Interesting stuff right there. And it looks like we got a second TC being built as well. So Pyro trying to go for a little bit of a boom behind this, and I believe, did they train faster? Doesn't look like it. It's still the same sort of speed. And you can also now set the Hacienda. I don't know if he could have done this before or not, but he's now got it set to the villager production. So first built out on the field. But Pyro going to be moving up north now with his army and maybe trying to locate these factories. Factories here, definitely a big deal. Something you really, really need to deal with here if you're Pyro. And we see here Revnak. He's doing a good job at the moment. He's just buying himself as much time as possible because the longer this game goes, the better it is for Revnak. Unless we get like a full 100 citizen boom going on here for Pyro. But it's unlikely, right? In saying that though, 2 TC plus Hacienda. It could work. It could work. But Hussars of Death patrolling the field right now, trying to find some victims. And Revnak just going for his classic pillarless walls across the whole map here. Have a look at this. I mean, this map is just full of walls. This is such a Revnak move. But honestly, I can't blame him. Up against something like this, it is a bit of a cheese strategy, right? I feel like most revolutions are kind of cheese. But to be honest, I feel like this is one of the better revolutions because you know it's going to be an all-in. So it's like, if you can survive, you're most likely going to win. So I think I'm fine with this revolution. It's the revolutions which have crazy eco behind it as well. That's a little bit annoying. Let me see here. Oh, these heavy horse guns, they really do pack a punch up against these revolutionaries. And these walls just so damn annoying. Kind of a shame that Pyro can't get any sort of culverin out. Very limited cards here. Most revolutions have a lot more cards than this. But this one, yeah, really limited. No sort of culverins in deck. You can send 4 Gatlings. But apart from that, I mean, what do you really have against cannon behind walls? I guess if you've got some builds now, you can actually build yourself an artillery foundry. Because, I mean, you only need the 1, right? But then again, Revnak can build himself some Colves. Which I'm kind of surprised he hasn't. I don't understand why he hasn't built Colves yet. Bit of an interesting one right there. He's also not making heavy cannons. Just got his factories set to gold. Let me see here. Heavy horse artillery. Getting some shots off onto the Hussar of Death. Not really doing too much damage. But Revnak up to 70 builds now. Plus factories, plus fedoras. So he's on 4 TC as well. Still. So plenty of resources coming in. He's really starting to build up that mass. And we can see that reflected now in the scores. Up to... that's a lot of score. We see here heavy horse artillery doing so much damage. Heavy cannons getting some good shots off. Hussar of Death also jumping on top. But that feels like a lot of casualties. And the problem is, I mean, sure, you took out 4 horse guns, but I have a feeling Revnak's just going to have more on the way as we see that artillery foundry is up. And there we go, already queuing up another 2 here. So it's only a matter of time before Revnak has more out. And I feel like the window for Pyro to push in and kill Revnak here is starting to dwindle. Though he is booming behind this. Have a look at this. He's up to 16 vills. All currently mining away at some gold. Just trying to boom as much as possible as he is on 3 TC. Sending through that infinite 16 revolutionaries still. How much does a revolutionary cost? It's 100 food, right? Yeah, 100 food. Okay, so same as a villager. So, I mean, yeah, still a pretty good card this, right? 1,600 resources put into units for free. Definitely not bad. Gate's going to get taken down here. I feel like we really do need everything to be pulled here. He needs everything he can to get in here. Try and take out these heavy horse guns. Try and take out the fort. Because Pyro, if he can push in, take out this main base here, he has pretty much won the game. But have a look at this. He's throwing away so much. No. Oh, Pyro. That's not what we need right now. Looks like heavy cannons. Oh, no. First one goes down. Second one going to get taken out here by 1 shot from a Legion Dragoons. Very, very nice here out of Revnak. And these guys are going to be doing... Yeah, they're going to be great up against revolutionaries. Now that you've lost your heavy cannons, you don't have factories behind this as Pyro's kind of put under pressure. So he had to revolt without any sort of factory. So couldn't make much more artillery. And yeah, it's really a timing window with this revolution. But there it is. If you did enjoy this, consider subscribing, leave a like, let me know what you think of this revolution, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.